The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as...
Decent chance! Del Piero is flagged offside. Gets a good foot in there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Batistuta, Dani Olmo. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That pass isn't the best. Fermin. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Batistuta. Kaka. And it's Mendes. Both sides exercising caution for now. Del Piero. Oh, super ball. Big chance! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Khan claims comfortable. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Desai is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieri. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And Brazil take the lead. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Puskas. And it's Olmo. Some really good ball movement. Oh, good take in a good area. And the shot! Vieri finds himself offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Iniesta. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Del Piero. Approaching the half-hour mark. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for the run. Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, this is a great position. And Puskas! Vieri going about things with real menace. Fermin. Now it's Batistuta. Thinks about the shot. He's having a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Dani Olmo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Nice control. And he lines up a cross. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dani Olmo. He is just caressing the ball. Plays. Oh, great leap! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Batistuta. Koundé. That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Batistuta. Oh, perfectly measured that. Desai for Jordan Henderson. Dani Olmo. He has a look out. Kaka.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Puskas. No way through there. This is a promising build-up. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Batistuta. Real chance! He lifts the roof! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that means just one thing. Match ball. Puskas! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Jordan Henderson. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Great vision. Mendes looking to hit the byline here. Oh, well played. Vieri. Jordan Henderson cannot be beaten that easily. And this is Puskas. Now it's Batistuta. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's all alone. They're urging him to shoot. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Takes on his marker, and he's had it nicked away. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Kunde. Now it's Yamal. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Can he get on the end of this?
Variety is the spice of footballing life too.
Could be danger here.
That's good play from him.
Iniesta. Jordan Henderson. Howson goes sliding in. Out of play for a throw. Nuno Mendes. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Henderson simply refused to be outdone there. Dani Olmo. Vermin, renowned for his long-range shooting. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, they can at least make a fight of it, even if it's just a goal. The lift it would give would be huge, no matter what the end result is.
He's found the way through. Pepe did well to stay calm there.
The perfect tackle. He's been superb.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. And pushed us!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. Vinicius Junior. So just one extra minute for stoppages. Aimed beyond the defence. Now he's running away. And a neat finish! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. And that will be it. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now that's well seen too. Jordan Henderson. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Iniesta. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Eto'o. Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He is through here! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, shooting chance! And that pass just didn't quite work. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Goes down, but nothing given. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So, we're seeing some conservatism here.
And this is Puskás. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Puskás. Kaká. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's definitely onside. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Neymar. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And it's Kaká. Dink through. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, nicely intercepted. And that's really well manoeuvred. Kaká. Iniesta. Neymar. And the counter is on. And he was alert to it.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Could be danger here. Wriggles his way through. Oh, super find. Well read, and the danger is averted. Oh, that's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Nuno Mendes is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And it's Kaká. Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. That is lovely. Oh, super ball. There's a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the
Puskas! And we have our very first corner. Bullish header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Howson cuts it out. Great vision. Always onto this. And this is Eto.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Milan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we are back underway. Oh, this looks sharp. Costa Curta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hazard with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Azar. Neymar. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a lovely, neat pass. Knocks it into space. There's the shot! Oh, good finish. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be...
Oh, that is up. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking in...
It's Eto! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Yamal under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force from...
Real chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. Hazard goes short. And the finish! And yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Deco. Yamal wins the duel this time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Messi is in a really good chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. Howson. Yamal. And it's Del Piero. Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard can clear it away. Desai. And he's forced to go back to Henderson. And here's Del Piero. And that is well cleared. Oh, well played, well played.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a little off target. Looking for the run. Iniesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Can he get on the end of this? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Indonesia really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now it's Puskas. Puskas.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And time is up. Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olimpico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. We are just getting started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
He's worked it through, and he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Puskas. Del Piero is flagged offside. And he's being shifted off it. Milan appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Jordan Henderson. Iniesta. Knocks it into space. Look at the space. He's had a shot! Goal! Lazio! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's found the way through. Caught offside that time. Desai is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Jordan Henderson. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to play it through.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Puskas. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. Puskas! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
Messi. And it's Balletti. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
It's Pedri. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Yamal has given away a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Pedri. Pirlo. He's in a good position here. Lovely. And the shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Yamal.
That's good play from him.
Knocks it out wide. Great vision. And he's straight offside. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Messi. Now that's well seen too. Yamal.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Law is onto it in a flash.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Iniesta. Great ball. Big chance!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
It's a searching pass. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
Jordan
minuti di
Henderson
recupero.
has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Milan can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Fiore, Del Piero, Zanetti. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's an excellent interception. Iniesta. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Messi. Kaká. Jordan Henderson. Fiore. Fiore. And this is Iniesta. And he plays one through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Can he get on the end of this? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Floated through. Casillas can get it clear. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
In towards the back stick. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Dani Olmo, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
It's a sweeping cross. Has to go back here. Tries one from range. That's another chance. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Sostituzione per la Lazio.
And we have our very first corner.
numero 99. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14.
He's having a pop! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time. And the shots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Lazio have their second corner now. Oh, great leap! And again! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! It's all becoming so easy. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Here comes the corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Bullish header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And the shot's on here. Milan have reclaimed it. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Vinicius Junior, there's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in, and the shot! And that's in! Just cruising! They are cruising! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Iniesta. And it's Kaká. Now it's Puskás. And that's a good... Goes for a shot!
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di
Cleared
recupero.
away. Fermin gets on his bike and on the move.
There they go, hunting again.
4 extra minutes added on. And he's quick to return it. Oh, this is a great position. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. Drama over the penalty spot. And that's one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. And he's going to have his name taken. The pass has gone astray. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah, and it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And here's Mohamed Salah. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And we have our very first corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And this is Del Piero. Aims beyond the defence. Great defending, strong and determined. Deftly away. And it's Robertson. Howson calmly anticipates. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Howson. Kaká is firing after that one. And it's Iniesta. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. Iniesta. Milan are still to register a shot on target. Chance for a shot! Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Tonali. And that's been intercepted. Kaká. Puskás. Shoots! Goal! Milan!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Chance, surely! Koundé. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Out towards the flank. Now, can they get him away? Beckham with the... Oh, good climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Milan already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Koundé. Iniesta. So no flag here. Produces a cross. Gabriel attempts a clearance. That's a good run down the left. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Desai. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Henderson running with intent.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Ronaldinho. And he's quick to return it. Kaká. Now it's Puskás. Nuno Mendes. A probing pass. Tonali. Ronaldinho. Now Tonali. And here's Ronaldinho. He's being urged to shoot. There's the shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. And the finish! Goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So we're into the second 45. That'll be a throw. Puskás, spread to the right. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Mbappe looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now it's Puskas. Can he spark a counter here? Looking for options for movement. Kaká. And the ball is out of play. Desai. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham. Knocks it out wide, not where it came from. He is through here. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, this looks sharp. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's Mohamed Salah.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Desai. Kaká is onto it in a flash. Now it's Puskas. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Now he's off and running. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Donatoni is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Puskas. Oh, nice touch. Played back. And that's really well manoeuvred. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Howson cuts it out. And no, that was never going to make it. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Tries to pass it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Duke is flagged offside. Jordan Henderson. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Beckham. And it's Koundé.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Passing is crisp and sharp. Iniesta. Beckham. Duke. And Donatoni. And here's Kaka, engages and forces him off the ball. Juve might just make this. And it's been played through. Now this could be a chance. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
That's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
Beckham! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Morientes. There will be a throw-in. Jordan Henderson. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. It's a pretty loose pass. Koundé. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well
Il
stopped.
quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And it's Del Piero. Iniesta. Oh, that's well done, really robust. He's through here. He's on it, can he get away? Tries a shot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other.
And that will be it. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Liverpool have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Bale. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
That's everything you want. Gerrard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get on the end of this? And he's Vinicius Junior! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mendes venturing down the left. Now it's Kaká. Siaran. Milan so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Vinicius Junior, and he's managed to get free. Oh, and a chance! Smooth. Oh, what has happened here? Beckham. Desai. And it's Iniesta. No, that's been intercepted. Eze.
Liverpool really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Nuno Mendes is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Backward it goes. It's a pretty loose pass. Iniesta. And this is Del Piero. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Space for him to take a shot. Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play.
Chance! Iniesta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vieira. Kaká. The muscular approach does pay off here. Iniesta.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Beckham. And here's Del Piero. And it's Koundé. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Kaká. He's going for goal! Now, that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Jordan Henderson. Puskás. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. Well,
and the finish! Eze. Now it's Bale. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
From the regional police department.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity.
And the shot! And no mistake! AC Milan are all square. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
No way through. Palmer. Eze, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Shifted upfield. And here's Gerrard. Good read, needed to be. Koundé. And it's Iniesta. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, what a ball! And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Can he finish? And that's a tiny finish. And they get themselves in front.
The attendance for this match.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Liverpool leading now. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Great ball, and he's in here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Siaran. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's well spotted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mendes receives it in a wide position. And it's Henderson. Kaka can see things, others simply cannot. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That ball looks a good one. And this is Bale. Desai pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal. And it had to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nicely worked. Now it's Beckham. Impressive jump. Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Puskás simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Substitution on the field.
Beckham, the regular corner taker.
Vinicius Junior. Number 17.
That has been knocked clear.
Number 22. Palmer.
Henderson
Number 8.
knocks it out wide.
Gerrard. Coming on the field. Number
Brzezinski.
20.
Just
Dembele.
no time to dwell on the ball
Number
there.
7. Hazard.
Milan
Number
really might
21.
just end up kicking themselves
Rafinha.
after that. That
Number
could well have been it.
23. Substitution for
Seedorf.
Brentford.
Oh, important interception. Milan are running out of time and out of options.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Great vision. Thinks about the shot. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Seedorf. Oh, lovely bit of skill.
Liverpool really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And this is Puskás. Koundé. Koundé is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And this is Puskás. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Dembele might just make this. That is good strength. And it's Del Piero. And he's chosen to go back. And that is that. Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final